is going on, everybody? Yes, this is the season finale of the Tweedle D show. Yes, you probably have read the notifications right. There is a special episode coming up at 9:30 that you will want to come back for. That one will definitely be great. Uh, Man, she's gonna kill me again. So tonight's guest is Bikes and Balayage. Did I say it right?
Yep, good job.
Woo! I'm sure my buddies over there like, that ain't what it is. You said it wrong.
Balayage.
Bailage.
Bailage. Oh my god.
So let's get this started. I'm going to start at the beginning because I know there's a lot of people that may not know who you are that's watching right now. And an origin story is always great. So what got you into bikes and when?
Okay, so basically my mom and my stepdad are riders, and they have been together since I was like 13, I think, 12 or 13. So since about that time in my life, I started being around bikes, and my stepdad, Kevin, would always take me on rides, and I really fell in love with that. When I was about 17, I feel like I was like ready to go get my license, but then he actually got in an accident, which really, really scared me. So I was like, well, maybe not. He got back on, he was fine. And then life got busy. Then 2018, I got with my most recent ex-boyfriend who had a motorcycle, which re-sparked that fire for me. And I was like so excited to go ride with Mom and Kevin, go to our local bike events and stuff like that. And he taught me a little bit how to ride. And so I went and got my license in 2019, like the very last class of the year. November was freaking freezing, but I did it. And then 2020 hit, and that was bullshit. And so I was like, well, I don't have a job for 12 weeks. I better not buy a bike right now. But as soon as I got back to work, I just heard the motorcycles going by my work, and the sound really does it for me, of a harley-davidson or a motorcycle that has like really good exhaust. Like it vibrates my soul and like just makes me so excited. So I couldn't wait any longer. And I finally got my bike, which is the same bike that I ride today. I have a 2012 Softail Slim, and it's been an amazing journey so far.
So your stepdad's bike, he's got a really nice bike. Tell us about that one.
He has I don't know what year it is, but it's an Iron Horse chopper. So a Texas chopper, and it's badass. It's really badass.
Yeah, I like the rake on it. I was watching that one earlier.
He let me ride it twice. So
I seen you ripping down the street on it.
Yeah.
So now what's your mom got?
She has a Road King.
A Road King?
Yeah.
So he does he leave her on that chopper?
Yeah, my mom used to ride it to work, the chopper. So
she rode it too.
Yeah, she rode the chopper a lot. And but what was the real question, if that wasn't it?
Oh, I was just curious what your mom had, and if she could like keep up with it, because I didn't know if that motor was built on that chopper or if it was just like a regular old motor.
No, that chopper has a 111 S&S motor on it. It's pretty nice. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your bike.
Okay.
What made you choose that particular bike? And what is it for the people that don't know?
Okay, so it's a 2012 Softail Slim. It's the denim matte black. And when I was shopping for a motorcycle, I had my mom in my ear, and she was like, don't get a Sportster. Nothing against Sportsters. Sportsters are great. I've ridden them. They're awesome. But she said, please just don't get a Sportster. She said, in my experience as your mother, She's like, they're very top heavy.
Mhm.
A lot of women go for the Sportsters as their first bike, but not long after that, they're upgrading. So I want you to get a bike that fits you and just go straight into what you want to ride. And I really honestly couldn't be more grateful for her for that advice, because I love my bike and it fits me so good. And it has a 103 motor on it, which is plenty of motor for a new rider like myself. I'm a new rider technically, but like I've put on like 12,000 miles plus in the last year and a half ish. So I definitely have some good experience under my belt at this point. But yeah, my bike keeps up just fine with, all the other big boys out there. So yeah, it just fits me really good. I really was drawn to that bike because of the slim design. The tank is slimmer at the, closer to your legs, and it sits really low. I think the Softail Slim is one of the lowest sitting bikes. It's the same chassis as the Softail Heritage and all that stuff, but it's like a little bit lower to the ground. So definitely really feels safe and stable for me.
Yeah, my breakout's pretty low. I know it's got forward controls, and like shorter people, like they like the height of it, but they don't like the forward controls because it doesn't have the option of mid controls.
Oh,
It
okay.
had to be a lot of fabrication to make that one happen.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so before we get going too far, I'm gonna hit some comments real quick.
Okay.
Shane says God broke the mold when he made her. You must
I
know. You must know Shane.
don't think so.
uh, maybe we'll see her break Tweedle night. Oh, way to go! Thanks, Hales.
What's that mean?
I don't know. He's probably gonna give me crap at 9:30. What is the main reason she enjoys riding motorcycles?
Um, the main reason, gosh, there's so many reasons. Um, well, I would say probably two things. Number one, the freedom you feel. It's very empowering for me, especially as a female rider. And then the second thing would be the community. I have met some of the most amazing friends, and just the connections, like the most amazing experiences and stuff like that. And like, I just thinking back to where I started and where I am now, I am just can't even believe that I've got to do some of the things that I've gotten to do, and hung out with some of the people that I've got to hang out with. So
Yeah, you don't get a lot of it in cars.
yeah.
So gliding on to hell yeah, 12K miles a year. That's more than a lot of people put on.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're already ahead of the curve there. Jesus, did he say his breakout's pretty slow? I said low, jerk. Now he's in the same boat with Hells now.
I already got my first accident under my belt too.
Dude, what happened?
January 2nd, I went out and I slipped on like wet roads with some, I guess, oil. It felt like ice, and obviously started fishtailing, and I never regained traction. I just fucking went down. And luckily, my crash bars saved my bike, and I landed on my knees, which is weird. But I think I instinctually, usually, if I ever drop my bike, kind of jump away from the bike so I don't get under it. And yeah, so I landed on my knees, and I had like contusions on my knees, but like no breaks or anything. So I'm like really grateful.
So trying to understand the dynamics of that one. I never jumped off a bike. I just go down with it. Luckily, I mean, I've wrecked a lot on a dirt bike. Hadn't wrecked on the street yet, so
Yeah.
knock on some wood there. But landing right on your knees, I had a buddy do that. You must not have been. How fast was you going?
I think I was going like 25-ish.
Oh,
So
okay.
situation was I'm going downhill. At the bottom of the hill, there's a stop sign. So I'm in the process of slowing down. I might have even downshifted or whatever. And it just felt like I hit ice, but it wasn't cold enough for ice. So I think it was oil. And again, my rear end went left. And then I don't remember what happened after that, but the bike slid left. So the rear tire was, or the right side of the bike was down. I flew right. and I landed on my knees and then tucked and rolled and ended up on my back somehow.
It just hurts my knees thinking about it.
I know.
So I'm gonna bring up my little cheat thing here. I've already got most of my questions. I sometimes doing live shows kind of is a pain in the butt. I got some highlights here. Yeah, there's oopsie, I dropped my bike. So you do it looks like you do at least a couple events up where you're at. Where exactly are you at?
I'm
You
in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
okay. So
Mhm.
have you been to Gettysburg Rally and that where that's at?
Yeah.
How was that?
That's okay. It's small town rally. It's pretty decent. I went up to Johnstown, Pennsylvania this last year, and I was like, wow, this is really bad. So that was even worse than Gettysburg. But like once you've been to Daytona and Sturgis, like nothing compares.
Yeah, still you have to make it to Sturgis. I will there one day.
You haven't been?
Um, no, I hadn't been to Sturgis.
Oh my
Been
God.
to Myrtle Beach and they Biketoberfest, going to Bike Week this year, and I'm gonna go do the Loretta Lynn
Okay.
music revival, and then
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna chill out for a while because I'll be going to I'm gonna do my best to get MMI this year and go down there for that.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to go where I can hit Biketoberfest and Bike Week and actually be down there for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I love
Um, yeah, we got. Ooh, I'm trying to highlight some questions. I
Okay.
used to have an intern, but yeah, I lost
Oh.
her. Okay, let me find those questions. Process wants to know: will you be making Daytona?
I will be.
So
Oh.
before we go into that, I want to bring. We're going to turn this into a whole discussion to answer that question. You went to Biketoberfest last year, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now I know a lot of people that are up north have thought about taking the same travel mode that you took. So what was it like taking the auto train down?
Okay. So I personally wouldn't do it again. Just
Okay.
saying. The reason being is time. I'm a hairstylist, and so I take a lot of trips and I don't like to take a lot of time. And so I like to get where I'm going quickly. That way I can maximize my enjoyment time and then get back really quickly. The train was not quick, it was excruciatingly long. So think about this: I'm in Pennsylvania. The train station is in Lorton, Virginia. That's a 2-hour ride. Okay. You have
Mhm.
to be at the train station about 3 to 4 hours before the train leaves. So that's 6 hours. Okay. Then you have the 18-hour ride down, which is fine because you're sleeping. It's overnight, like whatever. And then you have the unloading time. So it takes like an hour or two to get your shit off the train. And so that's 18 plus. I mean, I'm not really great at math, but that's a long time. It's like a fucking day. Then, did you know that you can have delays on trains? Yes, you can. We had like 4 hour delay going down and a 6 hour delay going back. So we were on this train for a long time. Like the amenities and everything on the train were fine. It was like a fine experience, but I would not do it again just based off of time. I did meet some bikers that did the Iron Butt Challenge on the way down, and then they took the train back. That makes sense to me because you're exhausted, by the time you
Yeah.
get there and you want to relax on the way back. Totally makes sense to me. And if you have the time to take it. But like, I personally wouldn't do that again. Also, if you have an Indian, the Indian fairings, sorry, not the fairings, the fenders, the front fenders.
Mhm.
I actually watched one of the bikers have to take his front fender off because it wouldn't fit in the wheel chock right. So that's
Wow.
another thing too. And the communication, it's kind of a mess. So not the best way.
So you wouldn't recommend the train at all. Maybe going back home after a long
Yeah,
rally, but not going down.
like it works, but there's definitely some like hang-ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm against trailering for people that are really close to an
Mhm.
event. Like I'm riding 648 miles to Daytona.
Nice.
I'll get around Atlanta or south of Atlanta, and I'll see trailers just pulling 4 or 5 bikes going down the road. And it's like, man, why ain't y'all riding it? It's not that far,
Right.
you know? But that far, there's like a number range there. It's over 600 miles. If you trailer, I'm not, ain't gonna hurt my feelings none. I get that. I'm close enough to over 600 that it doesn't really, what's another 48 miles in my mind.
I mean, for me,
But
personally, I'm not sure how many miles it would be to be down to Daytona, but I don't have cruise control, and I just want to say fuck that because going down 95 for miles and miles and miles, just straight up sixth gear, no, not doing it.
I do not currently have cruise control. Uh, it's waiting for me when I get to Daytona. But
Oh,
I mean, I've rode down and back up without cruise control, and I'm going down without it. So,
I got
but I guess that's as long as I don't piss them off.
I got little thumb like throttle lock thingies that I can use to give myself a break, but still, like that's Pennsylvania's kind of far.
Yeah, that's a long ride. I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it, but I
Hmm.
get it.
Yeah.
Uh, so back to Daytona, you went to Biketoberfest and
Mhm.
you're going to Bike Week.
Yes.
So process, yes, she will be making Daytona.
The first weekend.
Uh, okay. What's these fools saying? Oh, what's your favorite ride in Pennsylvania?
Hmm. Um, there's this Raystown Lake that's about 2 hours from me, and that's a really nice ride. And if actually the ride to Johnstown Bike Week last year was really nice too, because you're going through all these sweeping curves and up mountains and down mountains, so it was really nice.
So, is there like a lot of good riding? Y'all got mountains up there, and
There's
like
actually a
it's
lot of
part of the Appalachians, right?
yeah, there's actually a lot of good riding here.
Yeah, you need to get them on film. Go have some fun with that. Because I don't know what all like Tennessee. I know the bucket list rides in Tennessee.
Hmm.
It's like known and everybody wants to go do, but Pennsylvania, I don't know any up there. It's got me intrigued.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, definitely do a video on that.
yeah, for sure.
Uh, any other bikes in mind for yourself in the future?
Yes, I want a Road Glide ST, I think. I want a big bagger, and then I want an old school chopper, like
Yeah.
kickstart custom chopper.
Oh, you going kickstart?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to respect that. Yeah, if I get a bagger, I want the ST. I want a
Like
black ST. That way, my logo and all that's going to go on it. It's going to be cool.
I want like the best of both worlds. I want the old school, like wrenching, mechanical, and then I want the all the bells and whistles too.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. So you work on your own stuff, turn your wrench on your own bike.
Very little, but when I can, yeah. I could probably change my oil if I wanted to. I just haven't done it yet. The last time I helped my friend do it, so I was learning. I would love to get a motorcycle lift, and then obviously if I get a chopper, I'll have to learn how to
Oh
um,
yeah.
do that. But yeah,
So you're in the process of learning how to turn wrenches, pretty
yes,
much.
yeah,
That's cool. I dig that.
yeah.
I love seeing ladies actually get the wrench and start turning them and out turn a lot of guys on
Hmm.
working on bikes. Keltfire, she missed it. What are you riding? How long you been riding?
I ride a Softail Slim, and I've been riding a year and a half.
Uh, yeah. So I just seen another comment. I'm trying to click all these comments. Gliding on twos, I do 640 miles with my eyes closed. Yes, you
You
do.
probably have um, cruise control. That'd be easy.
Just hold up a sec. His rebuttal's coming back.
Uh-oh.
He says he's against trailers. Then we'll have to use a trailer for Daytona. I'm not using a trailer to get to Daytona, and that doesn't. A toy hauler is not a trailer, in my opinion. It's a house on wheels.
It's totally a fucking trailer.
That ain't no trailer. That's a house on. That's the smart man's way to travel right there. Just take his
Not
house
riding.
with him.
Still not riding.
Oh yeah, when you get to where you're going, you unload and you go ride all day, and you just come back home and sleep. He sees trailers as they pass him on the interstate. No, they don't pass me. I pass them. Trust me. Wife did an iron butt without cruise control.
That's amazing. I love that.
Now here goes the cruise control. Am I the only one who doesn't use cruise control that actually has one?
I actually have heard that a lot, like from people that say I have cruise control, but I rarely use it. So maybe I don't need it.
I mean,
I'm just thinking on
you don't
long-
technically need it, no, but I mean, it's nice to be able to drop your hand and shake the blood back in your hand, without
Yeah,
falling back and cars trying to run you over.
that's the thing.
That's my problem.
Maybe I need a bigger motor too, because like when I'm going like 80 miles an hour, my bike's screaming.
So 103, you should be good.
I mean, it's
What I
good.
got. I wonder if yours is the high output or the first 103. I don't know what year they changed that to the high output.
I don't know.
Did I ever change that damn tire? Yes, I have 2 new tires on there. I got a lot done to my bike before Daytona. Got 2 new tires, 3-hole oil change, new gauge, digital gauge on top of that. What else did I do? Saddlebags. Cruise control is going on when I get down there. So yeah, I got a lot done this year before in between Biketoberfest and Bike Week.
What
More than
kind
I
of
thought I was going to get done.
what kind of tires are you running?
Metzler Cruise Tech.
Okay.
And right now I'm impressed with them because them things will grip even in the rain.
See, so that's something that I would love your feedback, your followers' feedback. I this past year had what's that one that starts with an S?
Shinko.
Shinko, and they were awesome. They were really grippy. I rode in Sturgis with them, but they wore down really quick. I only got one season out of them, and they were like bald. So that's like one downfall. But like I felt very stuck to the road, which was really good. I switched over to the American Elite this time because I was like, oh, well, maybe I can, get more longevity out of them. But I'm like now wondering if maybe I'm not sticking to the road as good because they're harder. And maybe that's part of the reason why I went down.
Well, let's if we're gonna ask them for tire recommendations. Let's talk about how you ride because that has a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a red light or you get on your bike, you hit the street. Do you just take off normal, like Sunday lunch type lollygagging, or do you rip it like you're racing? That light changes, you're gone. You're just like,
I'm a ripper.
okay. So that's going to wear your tire out a lot. I have the same issue.
Yeah.
I don't know what the cruise techs are going to do yet. The Triple H they was saying it was about 4,000 to 5,000 miles, and then you'd have to change them out. And I decided to go with the cruise techs and give them a shot. And hopefully they work pretty good. So overall, you'd say you're kind of an aggressive rider.
Yeah, and I like to stop fast.
Stop fast, take off fast, take turns sharp, or take turns hard and fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I know the Dunlops will last a while, but for me, Uh, yeah, they'll last a while, but I was getting slippage out of them where I'm not getting slippage on brand new, like legitly brand new, just put on the bike, got it out of the shop on a wet road, and it was ripping and sticking. So
Yeah.
that has a lot to do with it, but I'm kind of sure I'm only going to get about 5,000 miles out of these tires. Hell says, sounds like Crystal and her could be motorcycle friends. Story sounds familiar. Well,
I love making motorcycle friends, especially girls.
well, she will be with us down in Daytona, and
Awesome.
we'll definitely try to reach out and see where you're at.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Hellbender in West Virginia?
Hellbender. No, I have never heard of it actually.
Pretty good place. I swear there's a Hellbender down here in I think North Carolina.
What is?
It's just a ride, kind of like the Dragon.
Oh, okay, okay.
Corey, no, I don't think so because my breakout is a high output. I know they switched over from the 103 to the 103B, but I don't know what year it was. Killfire says go hand free. It's the law. Hell says you're right. They were in the touring. I guess they could have had the 103Bs in the touring models during your range. But I know mine is actually a 103B. So let me see here. Trying to get down here. Hill says American Elite are excellent for burnouts.
Awesome. I'm gonna do a shit ton of burnouts in Daytona then. Let's do it.
Oh, it's on. It's so on. You're gonna have to meet up with. Hopefully, all our schedules will work and we can go rip around.
Yeah.
Process said he's digging the Commander 2s.
Who makes them?
Michelin, I do believe.
Okay.
Hills is being a smart ass. Let's see. Drop out for a while, catch back. Okay, I don't. Oh wait, good lord, this thing's doing. Let's see. Doing the Hellbender and doing Route 16 across West Virginia to Virginia this year. If anybody wants to come ride along.
Ooh, I did the back of the dragon, which is I believe is 16. What you're talking about? Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, they got a what's it called? VAM. I don't remember. I think it's in July. It's like a Virginia Moto meetup.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of YouTubers and stuff meet up there, and they go ride the back of the dragon, and they seem to have fun with it.
Yeah, it's really nice because there's like nobody on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, the problem with the dragon, the tail of the dragon, is it was the crotch rockets trying to race the road, and there was, calm down, crotch rocket guys. There was Harley guys trying to do the same thing that thought they could handle it and couldn't. But then cars started getting on there, like Vipers and Corvettes and Lambos and all that, and then they try to race the road. And now 18 wheelers are starting to take it because I keep seeing stuff about that.
What?
Yeah, 18 wheelers start going down it and they get stuck.
Oh my gosh.
So it's one of those bad things. The dragon is for flat land or tourists. Yeah, West Virginia's got like some crazy terrain. The Talon. That's probably one that you're not too far away from.
Yeah, probably not. I should look into that.
Yeah, definitely. Like reach out to Hills on Two Wheels or We Ride. They can tell you the really good rides in West Virginia because I've seen their Talon video. Looks like fun.
That's
a
awesome.
lot of fun.
I'm only about an hour from Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, because I'm at the very Gettysburg's at the very south border of Pennsylvania. So
yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little education here because I can't picture where it is on the map.
It's in the center at the bottom.
Center on the bottom. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're really. Oh, so you're pretty much almost like in the middle. Who in the heck is unknown?
What is that? Hellbender is 132 miles, 1,300 curves through the mountains. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean
That's actually nice. 132 miles.
depending on where. Yes, it really depending on where West Virginia is. You're really not too far from the little dangly part that goes above where Maryland and all that is. The dangly part. Yeah, I've been to Pennsylvania before, but I hadn't been to Gettysburg. I was in Philly,
Yeah.
so I know like that side of it, but not the other. Uh, so go ahead and take that one off. See how you're going to Daytona. Um, is there any other trips you're planning for this year?
Hell yeah. I got my whole calendar lined up.
Oh, well, what can you share?
So I've got Daytona, beginning of March. April, I have some time off, and I thought I marked out my time for the Arizona Bike Week, but I messed up and I took off the following weekend. But like, I reached out to Eagle Rider to see if they would be willing to sponsor like a rental for me if I were to go to Arizona, and they're like pondering it. So like, if they were to get me a rental, I would definitely change my schedule around to go down there to Arizona. And then May, what am I doing in May? June, I'm going to Laconia for the 100th anniversary. And then end of June, I'm going to just with some friends up to the PA Grand Canyon, which is about 4 hours north of us. And then beginning of July is Gettysburg Bike Week. And then August, I'm going back to Sturgis. And then I think that's kind of it so far, but I'm always like filling in here and there with like little trips because I just love going to events. I think they're so fun.
Cool. So how'd you like Sturgis?
It's the most amazing riding ever. And I've been 2 years ago now.
This is going to be your second year?
This will be my third.
Third year. Okay.
So the first year I went with my like a girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, I booked the trip with my ex-boyfriend, but then we broke up. And I was like, well, this is my fucking idea. I'm still going. And we had rented an Eagle Rider road glide, but I canceled it because I was at that time was a brand new rider. I was definitely not going to ride a big bike, and I definitely wasn't going to ride with a passenger. But we flew out there, rented a car, and then as we were riding up the highway to find our Airbnb, all these bikes were riding by, and I saw a trike, and I said, Trish, like, what do you think if we rented a trike? Would you be comfortable to ride with me? And she was like, yeah, I think so. So we ended up renting a trike and rode around Sturgis on a trike. So we looked like two dykes on a trike. It was cool. And then the other day we rented a slingshot and rode around the Black Hills. And so that was just a quick weekend, but it was so awesome. And then this past year I went and I had my own bike. I shipped it out there and flew. And it was awesome. So cool to ride my own bike out there.
So if somebody was going to ship a bike, is it worth it? Did you get any damage or anything like that?
Nope. I used a guy, he's out of Florida. His name's Mike, and he did a fantastic job. He came up, I guess, a week and a half or 2 weeks before. So you're without your bike for quite a while.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall. I spent $1,100, which was the cheapest I found. Everything else was like $1,800, $1,600 round trip. And then I spent, obviously, the flight price. So I spent more money doing it that way than if I was to ride or trailer. But for me, at this time in my life, it's about the convenience and the time. So like I said, I like to get there quickly and maximize my time, and then get home quickly. That way I don't miss too much of work. So that's what worked best for me.
So you just okay. Hold on. I gotta. I'm in place tonight. We Ride says, "Come on down and let them know he'll take you on the Hellbender and all that." He says not too far from you. He also says Two Dykes on a Trike sounds like a good channel name. Oh, it gets even better. Process says, "We Ride, want to start a channel with me?" Good God. You're starting trends now.
Awesome. By the way, we're not lesbians, so I was just joking.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to hell for laughing at it.
That's funny.
No, I'm kidding. That one just took me a squirrel. I can't even get my train of thought back now.
We were talking about shopping.
Yeah. So you stayed for Sturgis for like a couple of days. You didn't go for like the whole week or anything.
I went for 5 days.
5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Was you able to do everything you wanted to do in those 5 days?
No.
So you need 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going for, I think this year I'm going like 7 days or so, 7 or 8 days, maybe 9. I think 8, 7 or 8. And then we realized that the rally time is really, obviously, like really busy, and the roads, like you get going and you got to slow down when you get to the next group of bikers. So we're going ahead of time before the rally, staying like 1 or 2 days into the rally, and then we'll head home.
Okay. So it's going to be the week before the rally starts.
Yeah.
Because I hear the pre-rally's starting to get as busy as the main rally.
Probably, because people are figuring it out. Like.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get to go.
You have to.
I mean, I'm plotting and scheming with my motorcycle course. Because
the riding is.
I want to ride needles.
Yeah.
That's what I really want to ride. All right, that right there is worth the money just going to ride that, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Needles and then Iron Mountain Road. Those were amazing.
Oh my God.
I totally messed up.
Yeah, you did. Look what you started. I'm trapped. God. Leave it to my buddies. So We Ride's going back to Sturgis in 2024.
Okay, cool.
He actually has a shop over in West Virginia. Don't ask me the name of it. I can't. Or I think I remember the whole name of the shop, but I ain't gonna give him a plug because I don't want to screw it up. Hell says the $1 Million Highway is better than those rides.
$1 Million Highway.
And that's one of those things that I want to see needles for the rocks.
Where is the $1 Million Highway?
I think that one's in Colorado, if I remember right. But I mean, you're going like at the bottom, and you're like working your way up to the top and going back around. I mean, you're all over the elevation and all that, and it looks like a lot of fun.
That's cool.
I'm sure he'll answer. He'll probably going to say, "You idiot! You know it's where it's at." I've never been there. Sorry. So, Laconia said you was going to that, right? Have you been there before?
No.
First time on that one.
Yeah. And this year is their 100th anniversary.
Yeah, there we go. Durango.
Colorado. Cool.
Yeah. I ain't even going to try to pronounce that city.
Yeah.
Or Ray. So while you're in Daytona, I know you're going to be, you said you was only going to be there 3 days, 4 days, something like that.
Yeah.
So you have any like meetups or anything like that you're going to do, or
Well,
bucket list, or
I told you already, but they didn't hear that I have a Reinhardt sponsorship. They're gonna put a new intake, exhaust, and tune my bike, which is really cool. So I'll get the 2-into-1, get a little extra horsepower. I'm got Vance and Hines on my bike right now, so hopefully the sound's still amazing because I do love the sound of Vance and Hines. But you know, I'm sure it'll be great. And then
so while they're doing that, you're going to do like, hey, shake hands and kiss babies.
yeah.
Cool.
And I think Monday I'm meeting up with the Renegade Babes. Have you heard of them?
Kinda.
Yeah,
I've heard the name before, but I don't know much about them.
Sassy Pants. She owns it, and it's just like a actually women and men's clothing line. And I'm one of their like reps or whatever. So we're gonna go get like a group picture and stuff on Monday. But other than that, like no major plans.
Hill says Reinhardt will be set up next to Suspension Tech. So if we're out there at Suspension Tech on Saturday, we'll be right there beside you.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
I don't know what our whole plans are. That's coming up at 9:30 because I'm sure that I'm really hoping that Miss Hellbelly's got the itinerary set up for what we know we can do if we want to. She's really organized, and I love that.
That's awesome.
Yes, they're doing a riding rodeo. Okay, I don't know what that's to.
Yeah.
They say we'll be at Chromeworks. Well, I know that, but I can walk around. I'm not tied down. I'll do my job and wander off.
Yeah.
Trying to think of some more things. Seeing how you're getting into YouTube now, and I'm saying established on Instagram because you got a lot of followers and everything.
Mm-hmm.
How is the transition?
I feel like I'm just like dipping my toes in the water and YouTube. Like I don't really get a whole lot of engagement on YouTube, but I realize that there's, I guess, a different community on YouTube than there is on Instagram. And obviously on Instagram, it's kind of short little, pieces of what's going on. And on YouTube, it's obviously like more elaborated. You can get to see more fuller story. So I see the value in both. But for me, it's just the time involved in editing videos. It's so hard.
I mean, I always, kind of wondered in that. That was one of my goals with this show was to try to bridge the gap with Instagram and YouTube. And I've had several now, all been ladies that started and have made the jump or just staying with one.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know if somebody came to you and asked, "Hey, I'm doing Instagram. Should I make the jump to YouTube and do it also?" What would you say to them?
I mean, at this point, I'm not making money on YouTube, so it's just kind of for fun. I'm thinking of it as like documenting my experiences for myself. And if it develops into fun, money, awesome. But for now, it's just kind of like making content for fun.
You can make money on Instagram. Man, I'm doing something wrong, man.
I mean, I'm not making anything significant, but they sent me a fucking tax form.
Wow. Yeah, I hadn't got nothing like that. I keep the money's going in the wrong direction with me. I keep throwing it out. It's not coming back in.
Yeah.
Hell's on Two Wheels says, just remember, haters are still fans.
True that. They still watching.
Yeah, they're watching.
Hey, I'm going to go really quick and grab a charger because my phone's about to die.
Okay.
1 second.
I can handle it in a minute. Frogzilla, I need more haters that should be hard for me. Should be or should not be. Daytona will be good times and bad decisions. Daytona is going to be a blast. And tonight's going to be a blast. So, We Ride, you need to stick around. So, if y'all have any more questions that I may have not thought about, put them in the side chat. Yes. Process. You're a genius.
Yeah.
Okay. One saying stuff, one saying shit. Good Lord. Do you like doing or watching hooligan shit?
Like the
Stunts out on the street, parking lot, all that.
Yes, I do.
Cool.
Entertaining.
Yeah. Makes you realize you can't really ride a bike, doesn't it? You're like, what are you doing? How you doing that?
I know. I'm scared to do a burnout without a wall. So
I did when I went to take my bike up to get the tires put on. I stopped the red light. Girlfriend was behind me, and I look over. There's guys working on the side of the road, like legitimately, like running cables under the road and everything. Red light. I'm like, all right, I got to do this here. This is got to do. I spooled up, got the tire going, started throwing smoke because I before I did it, I turned around. I was like, hey, record. Yes, she didn't record it.
oh man.
She's like, what were you doing that to your tire for? I'm like, oh my God. I told you to record.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I don't. One of the guys had his phone out, was looking at me with it. So I'm pretty sure he recorded it, but I didn't get the footage. So
Oh
kind
man.
of a little depressed about that. I know there's something else I was going to ask you. I left my other paper in the other room, and I ain't running over there to get it. It's on your Instagram. So you do. I really don't want to call it modeling, but you do a lot for like clothing lines too, right? Or a little bit. Is that how you met like Z883 and all them? Just through that, or
Really just Instagram.
just Instagram? Because I see a lot of y'all together in different places.
Yeah, I basically got on Instagram and started following like biker chicks, and then following like the pages that share other biker chick stuff, like Harley-Davidson chicks and Harley-Davidson babe. And then so you see these posts that they put up, and you're like, ooh, she looks cool. Like, so you start following them, and then you start seeing that people are connected. And I went down to Daytona back March last year for the first time. I took my mom and my stepdad with me, and there I got to meet up with Lauren, which is Low Swan, Kayla Rose. I don't know if you know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a Dyna, but now she's got a Road Glide ST. And then I don't think I met Z there, but I met Z in Sturgis. We stayed at the house together. So a lot of these people I kind of like met in Daytona, and then developed a better relationship, and up in Sturgis at the same house with them.
Yeah, because I mean, I was going through your Instagram, and I thought you had like some, I don't know, really want to call it like a modeling collaboration or something like that, but I always see pictures of y'all all together dressed up.
Yeah, so I just went down to Dallas, and we all met in Dallas together, and one of the Harley dealerships kind of like just gave us shirts. And so we went into that dealership and took pictures with the shirts on in the dealership for them. It's kind of as like a thank you and to help promote them. but that's all.
Yeah, these clowns thought it'd be funny. Thought I wasn't gonna catch that. He will miss the turn. What did Adam say? Oh, look at that. They're gonna say I'm the slowest and I'm gonna miss the turn. And it'll be at a dead end road.
These must be inside jokes, right?
Oh, they're just giving me crap. I'm gonna show them slow when I get down there. I'll blow that bike up if I got to. Yeah, I'll do that. That'll work. I'll blow it up and take it down to the builder and be like, hey, H2 that thing. Actually, no, screw that. I'm going big. I'm gonna tell him to go with the biggest motor he can. Get me in trouble. Might as well go all in, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you'll miss the turn. That's what started these comments. Now we're getting the Bass Bow. I got my breakout's Hard Candy Black and Gold Flake.
Okay.
And Hills is like, oh yeah, you got a Bass Bow.
That's messed up.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, he's just hating. Processes. Well, I'm curious if you're on it. Like, do you own your own hair spot or
no,
like an employee?
I'm an employee right now. Yeah, I think I would like to have like my own space just for myself, maybe one day. But I work for my friend Trish.
Is that you got like pretty flexible hours, or like, well, not hours, but like vacation and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I try to not take as much time off. So right now I have Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if I leave like Friday night after work and stay till Monday, I can get a pretty decent little weekend trip out of it. I'll be taking time off for Sturgis, Laconia, and things like that. But it's pretty flexible. But I do have like quite a big clientele. I'm booked out like 6 months in advance. So
Ooh,
if I
wow.
have much time off, they're like beating down my door, like do my hair. So
Well, that's good. You're in high demand.
yeah,
Process wants to know what your bike's name is.
my bike's
Color.
Gypsy, and I have this tattoo of a gypsy because I love my bike, and it just the whole experience has been a really amazing thing for me. And then the color is matte denim black, and I have white walls, so it's like a black and white contrast.
So let's talk about that because we had this conversation in the backdrop earlier. Tattoos.
Yeah.
So you kind of pick up tattoos when you go to rallies.
I
if
have.
You can.
Just like little baby ones. Like I got my little Harley bar and shield in Sturgis this past year. And then the first year I went to Sturgis, I got this little one, not this big one, but the little one above it, Wanderlust at Sturgis. So far just at Sturgis, but I mean, I like little tattoos. I got this little guy, so I'm working on a sleeve here, but like little tattoos to fill in at rallies is cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping I get to actually get the one I want done down there in Daytona. Process is going to be going with me, so we'll be filming each other getting tattooed. I have a bad feeling, a real bad feeling he's not playing about getting tattoos on his butt cheeks. Hope he's playing with that, but knowing him, he's not. If you could do any bike adventure, what would it be?
Are we talking like adventure bikes or just like where I'd want to go with the bike?
Nah, you just say you got a hankering to get on the bike and just go somewhere. And money's no object or anything like that. Where would you go?
I would visit all of the national parks on a bike.
All of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of national parks.
Well, they're so amazing to see, and how cool to see it on two wheels.
Yeah, that's true. I just started something.
Oh boy.
It's fine. It'll blow over. uh, so national parks. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, well, I mean, the Grand Canyon is in a park, right? I mean, that's still a park.
Yeah.
Uh, that's one I've seen in a car when I went to a deployment down there in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I never got to go on a bike.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Hawaii would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I enjoyed riding in a car in Hawaii, but on a bike, I'd love it.
Yeah.
We ride saying he would love to ride Scotland.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So are you sure you aren't friends with my wife? We were watching it. She said amen.
Aww.
So I'll make sure. I don't know exactly what day, if where we'll be at exactly while you're getting over there at Reinhardt, but we'll try to be under that way and see if we can meet up with you.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'll be with some other girls too. I'll be with Throttle Tiff. She rides moto. So I'll be with some other girls on Instagram.
Cool. Yeah, Yellowstone. That would be another cool one to ride.
Yeah.
Go see the geyser.
Yosemite. I've been to Zion, but that would be an amazing one to do on a bike.
Yeah, I believe Hells and them have hit Zion. They just did a video on that not too long ago. That looked pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah, he said they've done all of those.
That's awesome.
Lucky you. Maybe one day it'll be me. Gotta get there first. So, let's see. Trying to think of something else. There was another question I had for you, and my memory sucks. So it must. I don't think it was that big of a question, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was something along the lines of what kind of future plans do you have for your YouTube and Instagram?
I don't really have any significant plans. I would just say, like, keep growing, keep making income if possible, because it's fun. I love it. I'm passionate about it. And stay real, authentic, and have fun with it. That's all I would say.
Yeah, I mean that's about the only thing you can do. If you go out and try to pretend you're something you're not, you get outed pretty quick.
Yeah.
So definitely be yourself.
Maybe hire to edit my videos for me.
Now, there's plenty of people out there that would, help you or try to help you to make it easier on editing.
Yeah.
I ain't saying do it for you, but there's a lot of knowledge going through YouTube for editing, and I still kind of suck at it, but I give it my best college try.
Yeah.
If it works, it works. If not, then
Mm-hmm.
So what I like to do is I kind of like keeping the show around an hour, just so YouTube algorithm likes me and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when I come to the end of the show, I let the guests have like their final thoughts, final words, these or whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to end the show, and then I want you to stick around because I'm going to talk to you before you get out of the process. Before I let you go, I want to talk to you in the green room, and I'll show you why I'm laughing so hard in there too.
Okay.
But I'm gonna give you the floor and let you have it.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining. That was so fun. And definitely give me a follow over on Instagram and subscribe on YouTube. Help a girl out. And if you're down in Daytona, Sturgis, Laconia, definitely let's meet up. And yeah, safe travels, safe riding. That's all I got.
Yeah, about all I have is stick around. Here in less than 30 minutes, we will be going live again for the special Tweedledee show, Daytona edition. And I guess this one here is ending season 2. Season 1. So look out for season 2 in October of this year. And that's about all I got. I guess I'll catch y'all in a few minutes. Jessica, please stick around.